Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with the Spain elimination from the World Cup. Sergio Busquets, Ferran Torres react after Spain get eliminated from the FIFA World Cup in Qatar by Morocco. Of course, we are going to be discussing on what the Barcelona duo had to say after the shock elimination. Then, secondly, talking about Endrick, as it has been reported that Barcelona are set to miss out on the Brazilian prodigy as Real Madrid close in on the €72 million capture. So guys, before we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. In one of the biggest shocks of the FIFA World Cup 2022, Spain were eliminated by Morocco at the round of 16 yesterday via a penalty shootout. La Roja dominated possession, as is the case usually in most matches, but failed to create any sort of meaningful goal-scoring opportunities. Instead, it was Morocco who carried some degree of attacking threat, but the game remained goalless after 120 minutes. Luis Enrique's men failed to find the back of the net in their first three attempts from the spot, with Barcelona and Spain captain Sergio Busquets also missing, allowing Morocco to pick up a 3-0 win via shootouts, with Achraf Hakimi scoring the match-winning spot kick. Speaking after the game, Busquets lamented the outcome of the game, stating that Spain did not deserve to be eliminated from the World Cup and that they did everything in their power to stay in the tournament. He said, "We did things to deserve to stay in the World Cup, and at the end of the game, we had a chance. We are living in the cruelest way." However, he admitted that missing three penalties in the shootout was very poor from the team. He said, "In the end, if you miss three penalties, it's very difficult to win." When asked about his future with the national team, Busquets swayed away from a direct response as he said, "Now the important thing is the team and not me. It is difficult night for us and we will have to get up and use experience for our football. They are very young people who will benefit from this. It's going to help a lot when we have to keep going." Meanwhile, Busquets' club and international teammate Ferran Torres also echoed the same opinion, stating that Spain did not deserve to go out of the competition, as he said, "We were up to the task. We didn't play badly in the first half. Football has been very unfair to us. I'm very proud of my teammate and Luis Enrique." The Barcelona forward also took a dig at the referee, saying that at times it felt that Spain were playing against 12 men on the day. He said, "Well, there have been moments when we played against 12 men." He added, "Let's keep working. The team has been very consistent and penalties are a lottery. We are trained for it, but today it didn't go our way. Football owes us one. It has been a very positive World Cup. We have transmitted our idea. We will come out of this stronger and we'll learn from this," he concluded. Spain are out of the World Cup, and of course, in what is a shocker, Morocco won through penalties. Of course, with penalties, any team can win. So, Spain are out. Most of the Barca players will be returning soon to the Barca camp. Of course, we know Spain had mostly Barca players, 8 of them in total. So the World Cup have come with a lot of surprises, as you can expect in football nowadays. A lot of surprises. In fact, it's not even that unusual again. So it was a shocker for me. Spain did not quite play well. The fact that you dominate possession, the fact that you have more than 1,000 passes, but you don't have any meaningful shots on target. Like, so I think Spain just had just 2 shots on target. After all those passes and everything like that, 75% possession. Or what is the reason for that? Because for me, in a competition like this, in a tournament like this, what matters is what you deliver at the end of the day. The results, your shots, the attempts you make. It's not about passing and passing without ideas to, to transmit or to score. Because I think most of the games, apart from the Costa Rica 7-0 that Spain dominated very well and scored a lot of goals, the other games they have just been so passive. You don't see you don't have the direct attack. They just have to pass and pass and pass and pass. That's why if a team comes with a well organized defense, defending against the Spanish national team, you will be successful. It's not all about passing the ball, and especially in a tournament like this, it's not all about passing. What matters is the result at the end of the day, and that is what Spain did yesterday against Morocco. And I think it was a good performance from Morocco because they were so comfortable defending, and they had their few chances count. They had the same number of shots on target as Spain, even though none of them entered the back of the net. But when it comes to the penalty kicks, you see how Spain were very poor yesterday. Morocco scored their penalties, even though they lost just one. But Spain lost all the three penalties, failed to score any of them. So I think it's a shocker, but I think Spain need to improve because a lot of people have been criticizing the team even before the game yesterday, saying that there's a lot of inexperience and like things like that. But even though Luis Enrique had to debunk those claims, blasting those ideas, saying that there's nothing like lack of experience in the team. But for me, I think yesterday from the performance, we can see that lack of experience. Enrique is a very good coach, no doubt about that. But I don't think those guys are mature enough to understand certain things in the game. They are still very young because most of the team, I think majority of the players in the Spain national team are less than 25 years. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona are among a host of clubs that showed an interest in the services of Palmeiras wonderkid Endrick, just 16 years old. The young striker is being pursued by some of the biggest teams across Europe. Barca manager Xavi Hernandez confirmed the club's interest in the Brazilian sensation in a recent interview, revealing that they had held talks with the teenager and his entourage to try to convince him to move to the club. However, according to the latest update from Fabrizio Romano, it is Barcelona's arch-rivals Real Madrid who seem to have won the race for Endrick's signing. The Italian transfer expert has revealed that Los Blancos are set to complete the capture of the Palmeiras wonderkid in a deal worth around 72 million euros, including bonuses. PSG had also shown a serious interest in signing Endrick and had launched a 93 million euro bid for Endrick and another Palmeiras youth prodigy, Estevao, who also happens to be on the radars of Barcelona. However, with the Brazilian club rejecting that offer, the French club dropped out of the race. Meanwhile, Barca held a strong interest in the 16-year-old sensation, but Palmeiras' fee demands meant that Barca were always an outside contender given their financial situation. It left the path clear for Real Madrid, who as things stand have agreed personal terms with Endrick and finalized the details of the deal already, which will likely be made official in the coming days. So, Barcelona are set to miss out on Endrick's services, who will sign for Real Madrid but only arrive at the club in the summer of 2024 once he turns 18 years old. The Catalans have their eyes on other Brazilian talents such as the aforementioned Estevao, as well as Atlético Paranense's Victor Roque. Whether they make a move for either of them will be interesting to see. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.